There are probably a few people in your life you still talk to in your head. You argue with them in the shower. You explain yourself perfectly while trying to fall asleep. You imagine what you should have said 3 years ago, but when you're face to face, or on a call, or in a chat, the words never quite come out. This is where unsent letters come in. Writing letters you never send can be one of the most powerful journal practices we have. Therapists and researchers have found that writing honestly about painful relationships and unresolved emotions can reduce anxiety and stress, improve mood, and even support physical health over time. Not because anyone replies, but because for once you get to say everything. Today we're going to write one unsent letter together. You won't need to show it to anyone, you don't ever have to send it. The healing is in the writing, not in their reaction. If you have your journal, find a fresh page. If not, you can write this later. For now, you can listen and imagine. First, choose who this letter is for. Let someone come up before you overthink it. It might be an ex you never really got closure with, a parent you still feel angry at or invisible around, a friend who drifted away or betrayed your trust, someone who passed away before you could say what you needed to say, or even someone you only knew briefly but who left a mark. Trust the first name or face that appears. At the top of the page, write Dear and fill in their name or just their role. Dear Mom, Dear You, Dear First Love. This letter is for your eyes only. You don't have to be fair. You don't have to be polite. You just have to be honest. Under Dear, start with this line. This is what I never said to you. And then, without worrying about grammar, let a few sentences spill out. It might be, This is what I never said to you. I was more hurt than angry. Or, I pretended I was fine, but I felt abandoned. Or, I loved you more than I admitted, even to myself. Research on expressive writing shows that putting our real thoughts and feelings into words, especially about stressful or traumatic events, can lead to improvements in emotional and physical health over time. Next prompt, what I wish you understood is this is where you speak from the core of you, not about the past only, but about the meaning it left behind. Maybe, what I wish you understood is I never wanted you to be perfect. I just needed you to be honest. What I wish you understood is your silence taught me to doubt myself. What I wish you understood is I still carry some of the things you said to me as a child. Research on expressive writing suggests that finding meaning in difficult experiences, seeing patterns, naming lessons, can be part of why this practice helps people heal. You're not writing to convince them, you're writing so you can see your own story more clearly. When you've written as much as you can today, even if it's just a paragraph, pause, read it once, silently. Notice how your body feels lighter, heavier, tense, relieved. Expressive writing research shows that in the short term, people can feel more emotional after writing, but in the longer term, they tend to experience better emotional and physical health. If you feel stirred up, that doesn't mean you did it wrong. It means you touched something real. Now decide, what do you want to do with this letter? Therapists often say you don't need to send it for it to work. You might. Fold it and keep it in an envelope somewhere safe. Rip it up or burn it safely as a small ritual of release. Or leave it right in your journal as a private record of your truth. Remember, your healing does not depend on their apology, their reply, or their understanding. This letter was you showing up for yourself. Take a breath. You just did something brave. You gave form to words you've been carrying for a long time. Unsent letters won't magically fix every relationship, but they can lighten the weight inside your chest, give you clarity, and return some power to your own voice. In the next episode, we'll turn to the parts of you you avoid on the page, the version of journaling called shadow work, where you write about the traits, fears, and impulses you'd rather pretend you don't have. Until then, if you can, pick one person and write them an unsent letter, even if it's just 3 lines. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to stop carrying the whole conversation alone.